Hey, did you know that Two Girls Shooting the Shit is on Instagram and Facebook? We'd love to hear your feedback, episode suggestions, or just chat with you about life. So follow, comment, and share. I feel like I could be friends with that person. They be talking shit and like shooting the shit, but like they are so fake. Kamala Harris.
Oh, she fake.
Yeah,
She's
she
so
fake.
fake.
You know
She's
she
so
be cussing.
fake.
I can tell she be cussing. I'm like, sister, you ain't tripping nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. Hey girl, what you doing? What you munching on?
Oh, I got some leftover birthday cake.
Hey, go shout it. It's your birthday.
Yeah. So that's what's up.
That is what's up. Happy birthday.
What are you drinking? Ooh, you always got this pretty little drink.
Some malt liquor, probably. Sparkling
Oh
rosé.
Lord.
You know how they be calling it rosé.
Rosé.
Rosé all day. Yeah, yeah.
Do people really like rosé or is it just because it's pink?
I don't know. Do you like it? I like it.
It's wine. I mean, I'll drink it.
It has a different taste. You have to find the right one.
Mm.
I definitely.
Isn't that the way for everything?
That is everything. Like that's.
You
Oh
just
my
have to
God.
find the right one.
I was just saying that like life is stupid. Like
Okay.
wedding. So I was watching this show called I didn't even finish. I was like, this is stupid. Called Marriage or Mortgage or something like that. And so you have like,
Ooh, I've never watched it, but I've heard of
you
it.
have like the deposit or whatever or the down payment, or you can do a wedding, but you can't do both. And so which one are you gonna choose? And it's just
Mortgage.
like, well, that yeah for me that's a non-issue. Like
The same amount of money?
yeah. But these people choose the
So,
wedding.
and they would spend the entire amount that they could have spent on a house, a mortgage, on their wedding?
Yeah.
That is stupid.
I
Flat
agree.
out.
I agree. Unless you have enough money to have both, then you need to get a mortgage.
Thank
Because you
you.
know what? Because they had other friends who are married and they want to be part of the group, and it's all this stupid group shit. That's why I hate
Oh,
being
oh,
human.
oh my goodness.
This group shit. Why do I have to like what you like?
I feel like the
Ah!
stuff coming at me. No, but so it doesn't say that they still can't get married, right?
Yeah, they can legally get married, but they couldn't have
They
the
just
chance
can't
of.
have the crazy
Yeah,
That's so dumb.
that's
That is so
externally
dumb.
focused, and that's what
Let
I
me tell
noticed.
you,
And
if I had the chance, and I know a lot of people that I've talked to, if we had the chance to do it over,
mhm.
our weddings would not be these grand events
Yeah,
that they
I
turn
have
out
no
to be.
desire for that. Remember, we used to talk
I
about
didn't either, but the pressure, this is
Pinterest.
what the pressure from everybody
Yeah.
else. I didn't want the wedding I had. It was not for me. I mean,
But you were
having,
chill. Like you were chill. Like you were in it to win it. You weren't in it for the wedding day. You were in it for
because
the
I was
marriage.
marrying yeah,
Yeah.
but like, but for
It's like
us,
an
I wish
example. You wish what?
that we had done the wedding we wanted.
Do
That's
it,
all.
girl. Y'all finna be 10 years. Do it. Renew your vows. Done. Where we going? What we doing?
It's gonna be real chill. It's gonna be backyard barbecue. That's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be.
what's up. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I would rather have no debt coming from a wedding, and having done all of the things I've done, I realize that I am the type of person who gets excited about stuff to look forward to, and then once that happens, and I'm like, oh, that. And so I don't want that. For me, I was watching a show, for instance, and there was a wedding day, and everything started going wrong, and the person was panicking. But I'm like, if everything
That's
started
not what
going,
it's about.
yeah, if everything started going wrong on my wedding day, first of all,
Laugh.
I'm with people who love me, who care for me, where I feel safe and secure with. I'm not here to put on a fake ass show for everybody else. These are the people I love. And so it's like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get,
People are crazy.
like, I hate it here. Like, I don't
We
get it.
one of the things that we took issue with or thought was ridiculous, and we still talk about it to this day, like it'll come up. We went to Macy's to start a registry or whatever, and the lady gave us a little gun that you like can scan things, walk through the
Mm-hmm.
store. And we were kind of lost. This was the first time we'd ever done that. This was the first stop. We were looking at China, and it was like, do we need to get like fancy
Right? Like,
China?
it's
Like, do
stupid.
and she was like, well, here's the deal is you just put the most expensive stuff on the registry so that the people in your family have to pay for it. And it's like, what's wrong with your family that that's your viewpoint? Like we both
Yeah.
looked at each other like we love our families. So we're not trying to do that. But it's just so weird how you're told you're supposed to have things. Like we have a nice set of china that we've used maybe once just because we were like, we should probably use this. But why?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. So we were talking about this before. Like, why is it that you have to have certain things? Like, who made the decision? I don't want to have China. Like, I'll break it probably. You can eat, like, the only thing I can think of is appreciates maybe, and you can pass it on. But
I doubt it.
yeah, it's like, unless that's the case, then what's the point? Like, I don't have a mixer, and I thought about getting a KitchenAid. I'm like, how often do I make stuff to get one? I don't know. Maybe it'll make me want more stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, want to make more stuff, but or Creuset, like
Le Creuset, yeah.
yeah, I went to go look at that, and it was like $500 for a little pan Dutch oven or something. I'm like, is that a lifetime guarantee? Because if it's a lifetime guarantee, like it can break, and you just give me another one or something, then I'm fine. Like those kind of, like I look at that kind of thing. What's the guarantee? Like, is it that?
And
kind of
wonder
place?
why am I spending this much? Is it just for the
For
name
the
that's
clout?
on there?
Yeah.
Because I have Le Creuset Dutch ovens, and I have a Martha Stewart one from Macy's for like $40.
And how do they
And you know
operate?
which one I use more? The Martha Stewart one. Maybe it's because I think like, man, like this is expensive. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get
that's
stuff
what I
all
asked
caked on
that.
that. But yeah, the Martha Stewart cast iron, situation works just as well. I mean, I don't understand.
I'm willing to
It's
spend more for utility. Like if it means it's going to make my life easier, if it means that
oh yes.
it
Yes.
works and I can keep it up and it's still going to work,
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Like that's
Yeah.
how that's the kind of person I am. It's not for, oh, let me get this name brand so everybody can see me. Like yeah.
That I spent money
Yeah.
on this.
Like I
Yeah.
started thinking about that, and I definitely have done that in the past, and I didn't even know
Yeah.
because we're so programmed to do it. I didn't even know. I was like, when I was a kid, there were some boots called High Tech, and all the kids were wearing the High Tech boots. So I was like, Mom, I gotta get the High Tech boots. So I got, and it's just like, why? Because everybody else was. That was really the only reason, not because
Yeah.
I liked them or anything. And I wasn't really that kind of person, so it was interesting that's where I was like, oh yeah, I need those, but it's stupid for what?
I
reason?
feel like that's a very common thing where I live. Like it's a very prevalent thing. I see a lot of things being worn so that they show the label, they show the name brand or
I never understood that.
the luxury dripping off of you. You know what I mean? And it's, I don't know.
I
I
feel
just
like
think
if
it's
you feel some kind of
interesting.
way, like I know people try to make me feel some, not try to make, but a lot of label people will just be like, oh, this, and it's just like, that's you, because you don't have an identity. So you look to these labels to tell the outside world, look at me. Kevin Samuels is what makes me think of that. Like he's all about the labels. Oh, you don't have Chanel. You don't have, like, first of all, are they paying your bills? Like, this is what's wrong with the black economy right now. We're not reinvesting in our own community. Why not help an up and coming person who may be making some perfume and that might smell bomb and they're making it with their own ingredients and stuff? The people don't think like that, and not to say that they should, but I'm just giving my perspective. It's like I just been doing more of that, and it's honestly depressing because I always ask myself, what's the motivation, like for myself or for others? Like what is the end game? What's the goal? What's the reasoning? Why am I doing this? What's the meaning of life?
Get asked that every day.
Right? I just don't get it, to be honest.
It's a, you know what, we talk about codependency a lot. We talk about feeling validated from, getting that validation from within. But I think it's something that you can talk about, but it creeps into so many different places in your life. Like if you're going out, like I'm just thinking of maybe in the past week what I've done. So I'm a mom, my hands are always full, I'm running after kids, doing whatever. And I'm not like a glam mom. I don't do like, whatever, do my hair in the morning or whatever. So I have like a crossbody simple purse so that my hands are free, because I hate a purse that falls on your arms or whatever. Anyways, so I usually carry that. It doesn't match my outfit. It's like a tan kind of color, and I use it with everything, right? So I'm not matching my purse. But I did go out to dinner the other night with some mom friends from here. So I switched out, and I had to, dust off the Louis and bring that. And it was kind of like,
why am
I don't, like stuff, I mean, I know exactly why I'm doing it, but it's just like a subconscious, like, I don't know.
I'd be that hippie
thing
or something, because I would definitely, am not, even if I could, like, I feel like I could buy that stuff. I just spend it on
Yeah.
other things. Like, I don't feel like that's just the smart, like, do you. But
Well, no, I didn't buy
yeah. And then,
it. So
that's what I say. As long as you're doing it for yourself or for the greater good, that's fine. But if you're doing it just so people can say, look, like if you're doing it like to be on some Teresa Giudice kind of level where she was living all for show back in the day, like
mm-hmm.
you gotta check yourself. What's
That's
missing
okay. Okay. So what the heck happened there? Because I fell off of
Bunch of fraud. I don't know. I mean, they got away with
yeah.
it. They just went to jail for a year and that's it. I'm like, damn. Okay, so I'm willing to take one for the team, man. Let's go. Let me stop.
Oh no.
What I'm making here, but
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I do not know. I feel like I've been having some deep conversations like the last couple days.
But
like yesterday I was talking and it was like just like finding yourself and finding the midlife crisis or midnight life awakening or whatever. But it's just interesting how there's this like epiphany that happens at the oddest of times, like, hey, this is what I want for my life, or this is, you know what, I'm gonna quit doing this. And because I know a handful of people who've just up and quit their jobs in the past year and are like, I'm starting something else, I'm doing something
following
else,
your passion.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like on one hand, I'm switching out purses so that I can match the people around me and look like I'm, whatever. And then on the other hand, it's like, screw this, I got to live for me and I'm going to do what makes me happy. Like, it's so weird.
I mean, we're human. It's hard.
It's so weird.
Like I said, I think that's what bothers me the most because there is no, unless you're a monk, and even with that, you're going to need people at some point. Like,
girl, did you know Jay Shetty used to be a monk?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
One of his books, like that's how to be a monk or something.
Well, I don't even know all that stuff. I just know him from his videos on on Facebook where they pop up. And I was like, he's just trying to be relevant because he got nice eyes.
Right, exactly. I was like, he too cute. Him. His cute ass. Shit. You can't tell me nothing, Mr. Shetty. Yeah, I went on a roll.
Oh my goodness.
And then I guess he fell off. He fell off my algorithm. I don't see him anymore. Now I see all Henry Lewis, or what's his name? John Lewis, School of Greatness. He does. He's like a former NFL player or something, and he talks. I don't know how he got the clout. I haven't read any of his books, but he has good guests. Like he has excellent guests that he interviews on his podcast, and they're very inspiring. But yeah, Jay Shetty, man. Yeah, think like a monk. Yeah, that's what it is. And it's like, did he really, like, was he in it to be a monk, or was he like, I'm gonna game the system, start this game?
I could say I was a monk,
right?
And then people will take me seriously.
That's what
I live by it. There's a monastery like down the street from me. That's so funny.
Well, I found out that nuns could drink wine. I'm like, damn, I could have been a nun.
Yeah, what do you mean nuns can drink wine? You didn't know that?
Not like drink.
Right. Rewind. So you're saying, yeah, he was probably a monk, so he could use it and say whatever. Do you know who else I had that feeling about? Pete Buttigieg.
Who's that? Oh yeah, I don't really know much about him.
He ran for president.
Yeah.
He was that young one.
Yeah, Michigan. Wait, where was he? He was somewhere where the
wherever, Indiana. What?
Indiana, yeah, somewhere in the Midwest.
I forgot the town. Oh, South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh, Notre Dame. Yeah, but I feel like he up and left his job, making all this money to go to Iraq, to fight. And so now he's got that on his resume. I feel like there's a lot of things. I don't know. He just, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel something fake about him that I don't like. I can't articulate it in words.
Very fake. He's too polished.
Yeah, he's fake.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, they all are.
Yeah.
He's just really good at it.
Yeah, I think that's why people like Trump, honestly, because he's like he's fake in some ways, like finances and things, but he's pretty much himself, and that's what people want. Be yourself. Well, this conversation got me going a little bit.
Oh, really?
Keep it going. Keep it turning. Speaking of fake, you know who rubs me the wrong way and who I think is really fake, but I think it's cool. Like, I feel like I could be friends with that person. They be talking shit and like shooting the shit, but like they're so fake. Kamala Harris.
Oh, she's fake. She's so fake.
She's so fake. I could tell she be cussing. I'm like, sister, you ain't tripping nobody. You ain't fooling nobody.
Yeah, she's very fake. I mean, that's that's playing your role. That's what you have to do.
But I think the pandemic.
She said a few things.
Why should he sounding drunk all the time? Like, is she okay?
She hanging out with Nancy Pelosi.
Wait, huh? What's that supposed to mean?
For real.
Yeah, I feel
Don't,
like I
don't look at
remember
me like that.
that.
No, I'm just Republicans keep coming for her saying she's a drunk.
Oh. What was that?
My phone's on vibrate.
Like, girl, that cake gone wrong. Yeah, but sometimes she'll be like, "Oh, wait, I can't even think. I just want to say." I'm like, "Girl, what's you on?" But yeah, she's definitely
You
fake.
know.
Obama is the perfect example of charisma for me because he is able to be real and fake at the same time. Like he has a finesse swag, you know? He's like,
What? He's
yeah,
swaggy.
yeah, my lips black.
What? What are you talking
He's just so
about?
cool. Yeah. I don't know. He just has a swag about him. Michelle Obama too. Michelle Obama, like she's
I like her style.
yeah, she has a
She
good
got. Mhm.
style and a personality, and you can tell like she's holding a little back, but it's like she's giving you pretty much you. And I feel like I love
You
those
getting
kind of
Michelle?
yeah,
Yeah.
because when it's fake, nobody wants that. Nobody wants fake. Like you can smell fake a mile away.
It's really disappointing when public figures or um, like I'm thinking of somebody specifically, but I don't
Hmm.
want to just whatever. But there's people who are like motivational speakers or coaches or reality people who like are inspirational, whatever, and then all of a sudden like somebody catches them saying something on video or they something in their life doesn't match what they're trying to teach to you.
Always, yeah.
It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing,
But that's the
when
thing. Like I think that's why I don't hate Trump is because he was his authentic self. And I'm like it's so rare to find people who to be their authentic selves because it's the problem of other people. I have to present this kind of way, even though it's fucking unrealistic and nobody else is adhering to this. But I have to present this way because we live in this imaginary makeup world where we're going to hold people to this level of accountability that we don't even have. And I think what's changing in like the Instagram and YouTube world is that people are like, fuck this, I'm human. And I want to see other people human because it actually helps me navigate my own life and see that there's a way to resolve any kind of conflict or to learn some new kind of skill, like any kind of thing, however you're connecting with people on these different media. But I feel like we think too much about, oh, other people, you have to be you have to go to this school. Like, I'm so glad all of that stuff is going out of the wayside because you have to go to this school, you have to take this standardized test, you have to do this. And it's like a formula when you have kids, they gotta go to this private school, and you
oh,
gotta
it's preschool even. It
yeah.
starts early.
And I noticed, and I think I was never able to articulate it, and I always hated when people would be like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "What the like? Why do you care what I do? Like, you don't even know me. We haven't even engaged, and that's what information are you looking to gather from that?" And I realize it's like a sizing up. People think they can like we were talking about earlier, categorize people, and
Yeah.
we're like you can't like that might tell like you might get a couple pieces of data, but that's it. Like get to know people, get to engage, but no, everybody wants that shortcut to try to figure out who you are and figure out what they can get from you and sell to you and all this. I'm like, nah, boo. That's why I like this whole new like Instagram and YouTube thing because it's like you can kind of what do you call it? Curate your own shit. Like so now I'm seeing more people who look like me, more people who are successful who look like me, people who are doing their own things, people who are doing way more than I could do right now. To see it shows you it's possible. And I think that's the thing. There's no more gatekeepers. What you laughing at? How's the yoga instruction or yoga course going?
It's going okay. I haven't really been able to do. I have that surgery I was telling you that I need to have. And it's really flaring up right now. My umbilical hernia. So it's bad. It's probably because I helped my friend move and I shouldn't have 2 days ago. So I was picking up heavy boxes and hurted myself.
Poor baby.
So I want to get that done. I'm watching Angela on 90 Days.
Right? I feel like, damn,
She getting paid though. How is she doing all this?
You're right. She getting paid and
Putting
this
away on money.
advertising. That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be worth it just to go on one of those shows because you get the following after that.
I'm surprised at all the stuff she's getting done.
And she looks great.
And
like in the
Yeah.
her Instagram.
And if it's
then,
if it does make her feel, but I haven't checked her out on Instagram. If it does make her feel better, you know, as an older woman married to a younger man myself.
32 year oh.
But I mean, there are those concerns when aging starts creeping up, or like different, you know, factors of aging, and you've got a virile younger man.
I don't know. I feel like y'all
So
a good match. You
we
guys
are.
get along,
We're the best match ever.
right? See,
Even
okay,
when we're
let's talk
angry
about
and
this.
fighting,
Let's talk about that.
we balance each other out
Cuteness
pretty well.
quotient, like cuteness quotient. So we really can't say, because you're like, when you got married, you're probably what, a 10, and so
I'm sorry, what?
you could have married anyone you wanted to.
What are you
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about?
You had
I don't even know what you're
good
talking about.
career, you intelligent, cook stuff and do all that stuff. You know, like
Really? Okay, keep going. Yeah.
whatever.
So we gassing me up. What are we doing right now?
But you saw, but like, and you dated too and had bullshit. Like it's nobody is immune.
A lot of bullshit out there.
No,
For real.
nobody is immune. So I feel
But
like,
I mean, I was younger and I wouldn't have wanted to dealt with me either.
right?
I was so insecure.
Yeah,
I was so
same.
insecure and like everybody's cheating on me and oh my gosh, why are you looking at
Let
that
me
girl?
Google. Yeah.
Yeah, let me look up. Oh, who are you emailing? I mean, seriously, like today,
me-
I would never have been able to say that I would find this, but like my thumbprint opens his phone, his thumbprint
Aw,
opens my
yes.
phone. Okay, so there's nothing there.
Yeah.
If my
And
phone's
it
ringing
feels
and
so
I'm in the
much
bathroom, he
better.
picks it. You know,
Yeah.
it's not. I can't even imagine wanting to like root through his email, but his
Yeah.
email is on my computer and
Mhm.
mine is on it. You know, like it's just so weird to me to think about. I mean, we have privacy,
Mhm.
you know, we have privacy because we trust that the other person's not going to ever need to use that stuff in case
Yeah.
of emergency or whatever. But it's such a weird thing. I mean, I guess that's for me the hugest marker of growth on an emotional level, because I was very untrusting, very insecure.
That's probably why we bonded.
But looking back, you know, and I feel like I can say this now that I'm a mom and put on some pounds and, you know, this is my life now. You know, I'm aware of what happens as you age, but looking back at myself, like, why was I even like, I feel like take my brain and my heart right now and put it in like 25-year-old me. I'd have been like, oh, you like that? Okay, go have that then. Thank you.
Mhm.
Boop, 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 boop. Instead of, oh, why would you do, you know, I wouldn't even care why you felt you needed to do whatever, whoever you did.
You know why?
That's yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know why they chose that. I what I do know
you,
is why
I mean, you, yeah.
I chose to stay or whatever, like or deal with it,
That's what I meant.
because it was, and I think there was like something like a switch right before I met my husband where it was just like, I'm not putting up with shit.
Mhm.
Like, and that was like a new reality for me because I had put up with a lot.
Oh my
And
God.
so I
I'll
was
never
like, I'm
forget.
finally not.
I'll never forget. Oh my God.
Tell
We
me,
were
girl.
going to Vegas. We were at your parents' house, and it was you and your husband, and we were on our way to Vegas. I think it was for your birthday or something. And he was just like this young little guy, and he's opens the door for you, and you're like, "What are you doing? Get in the car!" And I was just like, first of all, who is this? This is not the Emily I know. Like, who is this person? And damn, is he a bitch? Like, why you just go? Like, what the hell?
My stomach. My husband is
And he-
not. First of all, he
Oh,
is
yeah,
not a
he's
bitch.
definitely-
He is
no,
a man.
definitely.
He is the definition of a true man.
Oh
is
yeah,
what
you
he
want to
is.
tell him about?
And
that?
but you know what? That's how messed up we were. To be like, why is this guy doing everything? Because he's trying to make me happy. Because he's taking
Right?
care of me. You know.
But
Whereas
no,
before,
yeah, but why were you like? But that was just so funny because
I don't know.
He was just like, okay, and he walked, and I was just like, why is she like this? Why? But it's like you kind of. I feel like what I gather now from seeing you grow and everything is kind of like it was you didn't, you were still growing up. It was like your way of asserting your personal power and being like, I have a say. Like I want this is what I want. Like I don't do this. Like this is not
Yeah.
It's just feedback. And I feel like the reception to feedback is the big deal. So
I think we are. I would grade us an A on that.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a lot of conflict, and sometimes it gets really serious. But we're able to step back, take what the other person has said, and then at least attempt for a short period of time not to do it again. But yeah, yeah.
It's like growth because like even just looking like seeing you today, like in all the growth you've had, I don't know. I feel like it's because it's about vulnerability, right? You've been married all this time, like
All this time, dang.
it's like you're able to be
But I do
vulnerable
feel
and
I'm hitting the
safe and
point where a lot of friends I've had have not made it here. So I guess it is something to be, I mean, I talk lightly about it, but I guess it is something to be celebrated. I mean, 10 years.
hmm
Um, actually 10 years next year.
yeah,
So,
that's coming up.
but Dozo's going to be 10 this year.
Aw, happy birthday,
My little
Dozo. When is it?
baby. August 31st. August 30th.
Oh my
Sorry.
God, Dozo's a Virgo? No wonder that's my homie.
Oh my god.
That's why he be getting so
Virgo.
excited when he sees me.
Whatever.
But yes,
Anyways.
communication is key in like the ability to be vulnerable and all of these different things. But again, to that point about like the whole like get in the car, it's like
I don't even remember this,
being
but
man
okay.
enough to be like I understand this is not like what she mean, like she's not trying to be mean or anything like that, and like not getting defensive. I feel like that is my number one like sexiest quality in somebody is not getting defensive. Now I can look back because I'm pretty sarcastic, and I feel like
No. Cute,
Stop.
sarcastic.
But I feel like in dating, it was almost like a like not a test, but yeah, an assessment, kind of to see how are you when your balls are fucking busted. Are you going to?
You took too much pleasure in saying that. You realize when your balls are fucking busted.
Stop. So you're feeding into that
Awesome.
stereotype. You be like, excuse me.
Oh, I know. See,
The more
these
I think
guys
about it,
know. That's
the more I think about it, I'm
get your
like,
boots
damn,
on. Get
should
your
I-
boots on.
how much
Right?
could I be making? Anyway, but if he takes it in stride or he comes back, if he comes back with a retort, that wit, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's my thing. Ooh, I felt alive a little bit.
Ooh.
So
Shoot.
that's what's sad about it. It's just so rare. People can't even write sentences. They can't speak.
Hmm.
They're probably because they're all bots. Like
Can
honestly,
I just say, like, there's nothing more unattractive than a stupid man. Like, that sounds terrible, but just like I've dated different people, different education levels,
Yep.
different whatever. But like,
disability.
again, if you can't, what? You are wrong. Wrong. But just, yeah, but like somebody who's not, who can't speak, like who can't speak properly, someone whose writing is like
Yeah.
8th grade level stuff, like that kind of a thing. I can't. That was on my list. One of the important things is like it's just education levels have to be somewhat.
Oh my God, do you have the list still? I gotta dig it up if you don't.
Yeah, I got to dig it up.
We
I
should
got
just that'll be a fun episode, like digging up.
I've
the
shown it to him.
archives
Yeah, we should deep dive.
with our old coach.
I do have that list though, and my husband's seen the list. I shared that with him.
Yeah, but that's what you said. You keep
So.
things like it shouldn't be. If like I feel like if you ever feel like I'm gonna get in trouble, or you ever have this kind of weird feeling of I'm gonna lose something if this person finds this out, then that's toxic. That's the definition of like it shouldn't be that way. Gotta live. Like I want somebody who's able to go through my phone, and even if I'm like,
Yep.
he is getting on my nerves today. Yes,
Yep.
you can see that, and and I know you still gonna be there, and I done let you know already you getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like that level of
I
maturity.
feel like that's natural though, and it
Yeah.
is a level of maturity. Like I feel like there's a lot of people I think that get into relationships, marriages even, that are just like, we've never been in a fight. We
That's
love each
not
other so
normal.
much. And it's I mean,
It's fake.
maybe you've not gotten into like a big old like fight, but if you've never disagreed with this person, like somebody's lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You're bracing yourself or somebody's a people pleaser and just letting things slide. And it's gonna fucking blow up, baby cakes. Get your fucking self ready.
I'm I'm scared of you.
But yeah, or like, okay, I knew someone who never farted in front of her husband.
I know someone too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Never.
so. That's a natural thing. So if you mean to tell me you ain't gonna love me because I farted, what the fuck?
Or not only that, but like, you mean to tell me I still don't feel comfortable enough with you to fart in front of
Yeah.
you?
I need to be naked dancing in the kitchen comfortable with your ass if we gonna progress. I
One of
cannot be walking
the
eggshells.
most of our conversations happen while one's on the toilet and the other's sitting by the sink. So
Yeah.
it's like, we just whatever.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know about these like perfect
Else to
little
mention
lives
is
that
that the
people
sink and the toilet are about 20 feet away. No, I'm just kidding.
I do love looking at like they always talk about, oh, your beginnings, where we started, oh, this little apartment, studio apartment with the two of us, and we had,
Aw.
whenever they tell their stories, it's kind of, I used to be like, oh, this is so stupid, like, but now it's like, oh yeah, I can remember when we first got married, we had that
I
small
think you
apartment
need
in
to get some.
DC.
You need to get some data for your husband because y'all could be racking up on this YouTube.
Oh, but
vegan-
we're not very out there. Like, this is the most out there I've ever been in my life, and I feel like I'm
Is the
shy about
engagement-
it.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm shy about it. I think my husband is like, we're not
You're just too
outgoing
shy.
like personality type
Most of those people aren't like.
people. Yeah,
Having
but
met
it's
a lot
also
of them, they are really suck at social skills. Like when you meet them and you're like, how the hell are you so popular online? Like,
Yeah.
you suck as a person.
but we're not performers, I guess.
But
Like,
you
you
don't
would
have
not
to be.
find us being trial lawyers. Like, we can't put on a
Yeah, but it's not. That's what people like. That's what I think you're not appreciating is that that's what people like. They like the authenticity. Okay, couples struggling with your weekly task. Well, here's what we do. We have a business meeting, and this is what like people love that kind of stuff. People, you think like we're so used to operating and doing what we do. We just think it's like you would say
normal.
Like that's just the way it's supposed to be. Just imagine there are all these billions of people who think that's the way it's supposed to be. Nobody is the same. So I don't know. That's my codependency. I like to give unsolicited advice. One day I'll heal it. But
What
were we talking about?
You're just such a helper. I don't know.
I am.
My marriage,
Black
something.
woman's burden, huh?
Who's that?
Uh,
Oh, why is he standing there like that? Oh, what? Who is that?
Carmelo Anthony,
Oh, Mello.
NBA's wine-loving all-star. What's your favorite wine? I need to know these things.
My favorite wine. What
Damn,
type of wine? I have, like, I'm not fancy.
Can you see that? He living the dream.
No, girl. Is he still with Lala?
Probably.
I love that. Oh, you know
That's
what?
my dream. I want
I
my
was-
fucking commune, man.
So I was going through like a 2000s R&B little,
That's
I
like
fell
me
into
every
a-
Saturday.
whatever. Yeah, and so I was listening to Mia. I forgot what song.
Who's
I'm so
that?
into you.
I'm
What?
so into you.
No.
I don't know. Oh, that's SWV.
No, not SUV. With Fabulous, she sang that. I really like what you've done to me.
Tamia.
That's what I said, to Mia.
Oh, I didn't hear the tub part.
Anyways, but she's married to Grant Hill.
He
And
drinks
I
Sprite.
remember, oh my God.
Let's show our age. Grant Hill drinks Sprite.
No, but she, her body, like, I remember the music videos and I remember her walking on the
Mhm.
beach and
I was like,
Dude,
I'm
and
so
she-
into it too.
and she works out. I think she worked out with like her husband's trainer or something like that.
Oh,
And she
okay.
had like, I love legs. Like I love doing squats and leg work. I
Mhm.
love nice pairs of, like, I can appreciate somebody who's got nice muscular legs.
You're the one who
and she
told me
was
about
strong.
leg day. I never knew about leg day.
Yeah, girl.
I just
I
don't
hate
be
when people
mixing
skip
all
leg
kind of
day.
stuff. I would just mix
I love
everything.
it. Squats and leg press. I love it. Anyways, I always thought she was, oh my gosh. And so I was listening to all this stuff the other weekend and I thought about her and I was like, dang, I was trying to tell my husband about like, man, her body, blah, blah, blah. So we looked it up and she got MS or she has MS
Aw.
and she looks different. She looks a lot different.
No,
But,
I'm scared.
no, but wait, no. I mean, she's okay. She's still
Oh, okay.
beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
and,
I know a lot of
and
people with
functioning.
MS. Like,
Right. But but it was just like I was trying to show him like what her body, how strong she was, and I was like, man, that's goals,
Right.
And now I'm looking at them in their marriage. I have no idea what their marriage is like, but they're still married.
They're beautiful.
And I
God,
feel
they look
like that's
siblings.
goals. Yes. They're gorgeous. Their kids are beautiful. Like, it's just, I love it when I see, and I don't know why I should care, but I love it when I see a celebrity couple that makes it.
Yeah.
And then I love it too when it's a Black celebrity couple,
Mhm.
like making it, because sometimes I get invested and I don't know why. Like, I was
That
pretty-
community, that's like a natural thing. Even
I
if
was
we don't
bummed
know that.
out when Chris Powell from Extreme Weight Loss, he's like a fitness guy.
Okay.
He and his wife Heidi Powell, or now they got divorced.
He sounds-
And I was
was he
like,
famous?
what? He was fit and he did like a weight loss show.
See, I'm
He
the
and his
opposite. I
wife.
was that person like, ooh, maybe I have a chance. Can you help me lose some weight?
No, but it's fake. But
Oh
when you
yeah,
look
he was
to
with
people's
with the crazy one, with the, what was her name, Ginger or something, Heather or something, the mean NBC Too Fat to Lose,
no Biggest Loser.
Biggest Loser. Wasn't he
No,
on there?
they didn't. No,
He wasn't. Oh, he
that's
looked
Bob
like he was.
Harper. I think his name was.
Oops, sorry guys.
But Chris Powell, yeah. But I don't know. But I think when you see people and they highlight their marriage and you look at it and you really look at it as goals, like wow, certain, and it just goes to show you that everybody's got their own thing they're going through, and they're just regular people with a regular marriage like everybody else. So when you look at Grant Hill and Tamia, they got regular problems. They're raising kids or whatever, illnesses come, things happen.
It's just like we were
And I
talking
just-
about. People are people, but we put these fake expectations.
I do wonder though, can we talk about this? And I'm going to be in trouble for slut shaming. They are regular people, but I've always wondered, like, are they sleeping with each other? Like famous people, when they start dating, I mean, because they'd be dating, like, because I guess they don't have a hard time finding somebody to go out on a date and start dating, so they really don't have lapses in between relationships, it seems like. And
They're
date,
codependent. Actors are like the number one codependent
Sure.
people.
but are they sleep? Are all these people like Taylor
Probably.
Swift?
Yeah,
like, was
they
she
all
hitting
sleeping
it with
together.
all of them?
Yeah, they all hit to like
John
that's a known
Mayer,
thing.
then over here,
John
there's-
Mayer, what
like,
did he say?
he's nasty.
Teflon or whatever he said.
I don't know, but he's
Jessica
run all
Simpson.
through Hollywood. But I mean, that's one thing I wonder. And people could say, "Oh, leave Taylor Swift alone. Like, don't slut shame her. She can do whatever she wants."
Isn't
But
she married? I
I'm
thought
just
she was married to Diana Ross's son or something.
no.
Somebody else.
But I'm just
Oh, no, that's
curious.
Jessica
Like,
Simpson's sister, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I mixed
But I'm
those
just-
two up.
I'm just curious, because that's a lot of getting.
But they also, I was thinking about this yesterday. They also do it on shows, like as a job. Like, can you imagine having? To
Oh,
go to
they'll
work
date
and,
to
like,
promote their.
No, but I'm saying, can you imagine like having a sex scene? Like they do this as a job, and there was a show.
But they're
on
not
Netflix.
having real sex.
There was a show on Netflix where they had real sex. I think that was the thing, or was it just full frontal nudity? It was called Love.
I have no
look that
idea.
up. Oh yeah, look that up, girl. Okay, you're
But,
welcome.
But I'm pretty sure that the majority of these sex scenes are, if not all. I mean, you can't just be.
Oh
getting-
yeah, that you can't. But I'm saying, still, you're making out, you're rubbing against each. I mean, you're doing everything. So what's
I can't even. I don't know how people do that.
That's what I'm saying.
That would just be
Like-
really odd. Oof.
You just have to really let go of yourself and be in it, or to do. I don't know. I couldn't.
It makes me think of Love Actually.
What about it?
The couple that's filming like the porn or whatever.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Do you remember them? Yeah, I didn't either. And then I was like, hey, to my daughter, do you want to watch Love Actually? It's a really cute Christmas movie. Yeah. And so, luckily she was kind of bored by the time that came up. But, they have like Keira Knightley in that like scene with the marriage. And then the old rocker who's like,
Yeah.
doing his thing. And the little boy who has a crush.
Yeah.
And the wife, all this stuff. And then there's like a little cutout. They're like filming and they're like getting lighting and
Oh
like,
yeah, and they
up
keep
a boob,
doing
like-
yeah.
like that.
The
Yeah,
fluffer
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I think he's a fluffer.
Yeah,
or
and
something.
I forgot that was there. I feel like acting is like that. I mean, there's so many people everywhere that's like, it's
I
not
just don't care.
an
yeah.
actual sexual. No, but it's not an actual. You don't feel that way because you've got a boom mic right here, and you've got a,
You gotta make it look that way. Yeah, it's a lot. But that's
Yeah,
why.
that's
but
a
that's
skill.
Why but then they end up. Even Tom Hanks, didn't he like dump his wife after he met his now wife? He's been wife with for like 40 years on the.
Oh, Rita Wilson.
Rita Wilson. Yeah, they met on the set of a show, a movie
Oh,
or
I
something.
didn't
Yeah.
know. He was married
he-
to somebody else before.
Yeah, he was married and miserable and didn't know how to address
Mm.
it. So it's like that communication, that inability to communicate. People don't know how to do it. And it's like, what is everyone else going to think? What is like, we only get one life and they're sitting there worried about that. But he
I
didn't.
feel that.
He did that, and they've been married for four. I mean, I don't know what they did with the home training with the Chet
Kids and
Hanks and stuff. Sound like they may have failed a little bit there, but other than that,
yeah, it's your life. I had this conversation last night
what?
that it's your life. You have one life,
Yeah,
and you can do what people expect of you, or you can do what you truly want to do and be who you want to be. Because isn't the goal to be happy? The goal is to be happy.
yeah.
I mean, what
There
other?
is no goal. I mean, yeah, but you got to
But
make
I
a
mean,
goal.
like in my mind, it's like my goal is not to be miserable. And
Right. That's a
it's
hard
not
goal.
tied. It's not tied to money.
Yeah,
It's not because some people, their goal is, I'm going to be a millionaire by this time, and
and
I'm
it
going to
won't
do da, da, da.
cure what you think. I mean, money doesn't buy happiness. It might give you
I'd
the
like to
resources.
find out though.
Yeah,
I would like to
it,
find
it
out.
might give you the
So if somebody,
resources, but it's
I would be
like
happy to do that
all these
experiment.
celebrities are out offing themselves and stuff, so I don't think it's that simple. But yeah, let me find out.
Yeah, anybody want to do that experiment?
I feel like I'd be happy. I just travel forever. Like who could be miserable with that? Anyway,
Money. It's weird to think that I'm just realizing this now, but it's my life.
it's now or
I do
never.
have, yeah, it's now or no, it's my life. So the only one who really should have any decision making in it is me.
Hmm.
Like nobody else has like an equal partnership in this.
Hmm.
So I don't know, just the choices that I'm making, they have to be for me.
Right.
I mean, we started this episode off talking about weddings and stuff. Like I wouldn't have give me the 10 years back and go back then, and I guarantee you would be at a different wedding.
Hmm.
It would have been for us. It wouldn't have been for families and
Yeah.
for religious whatever.
But that's what everyone does, though. It's just like.
But we had to get married in the church, and we had and that wasn't for us.
Hmm.
We
Did they pay? As long as they pay, that's fine then, because then y'all can do your own.
I think that's a very antiquated thing too. I had no expectation that anybody was going to be paying for a wedding except for us. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't
A lot of people
that's
still do. I didn't know that.
well, I mean, to me, it's like, really? So for however many years my parents paid to put me through private school, paid everything for me, I've lived there. I left, I came back, moved back in, you know what I mean? Like a couple times actually, for school. And now I'm saying, okay, well, I'm going to get married now. Now can you fork over this?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's cultural.
well, it's one of those things that I think is strange, is like, now as an adult, my husband and I have the same viewpoint on this. We just talked about it. It was just like, okay, like my parents live here. If something's going on or we're going on a trip, like I'm not going to be like, yo, pony up your half of the thing.
Oh,
you know what I
God,
mean? Like
no.
it,
That's not.
but
that
some
would-
people do. Some people are like
Scarcity
it's like,
mindset.
or just like when you go out to eat with like your parents or whatever, they've paid always when you were a child. Like, how about
Yeah, I would
we
never
start
expect them
paying,
to pay.
right? I think that's weird. I think it's
That
weird
is
when I
weird.
see families splitting. At some point, my parents, you know what I mean? Like, we're just going to pay for them, or we pay for
Yeah.
our in-laws.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you have the means to do so, but
But I'm saying people with means, their parents
Right.
still pay for stuff, and I think that's what, like I was talking about earlier.
that's gross.
Yeah, it's not gross. It's like that's generational wealth. Like I know people who their parents helped them pay their down payment to their house. Like that's a lot. Like you can't get
Well,
that.
those are like gifts of some sort. I
Yeah.
like, I get that. What I'm talking about is just at some point, maybe it's like the Asian cultural part of me.
Mhm. I know Asians who have that.
Is you, but I know, but at some point you got to turn it around and you take care of your parents now.
Oh yeah,
And it's
definitely.
not,
I
it's
feel like
not,
everybody I know takes care of their parents.
I don't.
Oh, your
No, I
parents
don't
take
know a
care-
lot of people like that. But I don't know. And that includes not putting them in assisted living or
Yeah.
in some kind of a home. That includes, going with them to their doctor's appointments to find out what's going, like just basically taking over the care that they
Yeah,
have
it's your
given you.
turn. They cared for you,
Right.
and then now it's your turn.
Right.
You got that middle
Right.
ground, and you're all kind of adults, and then you.
But the down payment on the house thing, I think, is different from somebody who's just like constantly going to eat and never paying.
Yeah, but it's
Like, I feel like that's a
that
gift.
different. Like you said something about like having to pay for a wedding, but like a lot of people got that and they got payment, a down payment. So I'm just saying like I didn't realize like in my world
That happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's
Yeah.
my daughter asked me today, and this kind of ties into it. in the car, and she said, "Mommy, when are you a grown up?" And
Oh, that's a good question.
I was like, when you can pay for things on your own and take care of yourself and cook and clean after yourself, like when you can stand on your own 2 feet, is what I told. When you can stand and do and take care of yours, that's when you're an adult.
I disagree.
Because, well, she was looking for an age. I said
Oh,
legally at 18.
yeah.
And I said, but some people aren't adults until
Yeah,
they're
tell her
30,
auntie
until
didn't
they're
become an adult till
25.
40. So tell her.
I think that's what it is to me to be an adult.
So that's,
I don't.
oh, this is inspiring because that's
What?
what I want to do with my books is to teach kids these concepts. Let's so
You should do that on YouTube. You should make stuff for kids. Like, hey kids, let's talk about blah.
but
Parents and kids,
I want to
or
make books, but I don't know how. I got to figure out how to and find an illustrator and all that. But it's like
to make
say,
children's books.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be.
because it's like it's not just the financial. Like there's a emotional intelligence and all kind of like there's a system of things that
Mhm.
all of us we all grow up and we're like, oh, I didn't know, and it's like no matter there's some things that's a part of being a human. You have to go through it in order to learn it. But I feel like giving that foundation because we're all on an uneven playing field. Like some kids have parents who are very involved, others don't. And so it's like if you can find little pieces to impart information to kids that will be help them, like I feel like that would be key. And that was one of the things that's so creepy. You've done a couple of things that I've been thinking about recently, which is creepy. Because that one,
You
it was
just
like,
gave me a thought.
when do you become an adult? And then you were listening to this song, and I was going to text you about that song, and you were playing it called "Peaches in Georgia" or something. Because I was like, dang.
Oh yeah, I
This
get my
song.
peaches down in Georgia.
Because they played Watermelon
Get my
Sugar
weed from
on the
California.
radio. And they played that right after. I was like, what's this fruit songs?
It's summertime, watermelon, peaches.
Mm-hmm. All right, girl. Any parting words?
No.
My day is coming to an end.
Okay.